The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare by Ritchie just came out. It's got a pretty big cast. It's got Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, Carrie Elwes, and then other people that you probably recognize, but I didn't know their names. I won't be giving any spoilers since I'm doing this review pretty early. It's a really fun movie. I wouldn't call it a great movie. There's definitely plenty of stuff that, if you're being objective, is just dumb. The characters are kind of meh. Like, you get a little exposition dump right at the beginning of all their motivations about why they hate Nazis, and then they just go. It's based on a true story about this small crew of people who were essentially the first special forces unit assigned during World War II to fight Nazis. As far as how accurately the movie portrays the actual events, it's just like any other Hollywood movie. The actual events took place, but as far as what goes on in the movie, it's about as real as a pair of 40-year-old tits in Hollywood. If you like Ritchie, you'll probably enjoy it. Not his best work at all. The action's fun, super over the top. You know, guys popping off headshots like a video game, plenty of blood and gore. All the main characters have interesting quirks when they fight. It's typical Ritchie. You have a group of morally questionable characters. They're specialized and have a task to do. They do it in kind of shady and over-the-top ways, unnecessarily violent, a little bit underhanded. It's good to see Henry Cavill finally get to be in a fun movie that doesn't suck ass. Alan Ritchson's character was fun, but honestly, he's not given much to do except be big and muscular and violent. Danny Sapani, who plays Captain Keyes in the Halo TV show, is in this. It's nice to see him be able to actually act when he's not given shit dialogue. And the rest of the guys fill in their roles nicely. Based on the trailer, it makes it look like an action movie. There's definitely action in the movie, but I would say it's more like a heist movie. You find out in the very beginning, they have a certain timetable where they have to complete their objective. So they have to get from point A to point B, do what they need to by the deadline. A lot of the movie focuses on Marjorie Stewart and Heron, who are played by Eiza Gonzalez, and I'm going to butcher this name, Babs Olusanmakun. He was in Dune Part 1. You'll probably recognize him when you see him. One of the Nazis from Inglourious Basterds is playing a Nazi again. He's a pretty good villain. He's got a super evil face, and he's just really menacing. I wouldn't say any of the characters are super deep. A lot of the movie is just having fun, mowing down Nazis, some dry humor that you always get from Ritchie. He has his dialogue quirks and all that. But it is interesting that it's based on a true story. And obviously, like most true stories, they show what happened to all the guys at the end. In that capacity, it's interesting. Apparently, this story didn't get declassified until like 8 years ago, which is nuts to me. The action's fun, but it's a little bit hard to follow because a lot of it's in the dark and there's a lot of flashing around. So it's kind of hard to see what's going on. A good portion of the movie is taken up by Marjorie and Heron because they're working undercover to prepare for Henry Cavill and his team on the mission. So she might have actually had most of the screen time. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't what I expected in that regard. I expected it to be mostly Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson and their buddies just killing Nazis and blowing shit up, which there is a lot of, but time-wise, it's probably not a majority of the movie. But yeah, overall, standard Ritchie, really fun. I'm trying to keep it vague because I went and saw an early screening, so this video is really early. It's not going to change your life or anything. If you like Ritchie, it's worth seeing. If you like Henry Cavill or Alan Ritchson, everyone's just super fun in it and everybody's having a good time. There's still the typical Hollywood stupidity, you know, guys running up to him with guns, and there's a bunch of nonsense with the weapons I don't want to get into. From that regard, if you're being just purely analytical and objective, it's probably not a great movie. But from it's fun, everybody's having a good time, and it's really over the top. I really enjoyed it. I'll leave it there for this one since I'm trying to be really vague. I don't want to just keep rambling. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought. I try to respond to all the comments that aren't just insults. Like and subscribe and all that. Thanks. See ya.